Welcome to The Backstory. I'm Robert, and today I'm joined by actress Caitlin Leahy, who's in the new movie Samson. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. And you have a fascinating life, I'm sure, just from hearing what little I've heard about spending part of last year in South Africa. But you started off in Chicago.
Yes.
And then you came out to Los Angeles. Was this the whole pursuing the dream kind of a thing? What was that like? What's your story?
It was, yeah, I'm from Chicago. I'm one of 5 from a very close family.
Nice.
And so moving to Los Angeles, for most people, was probably a very casual thing. But for me, leaving everything I knew and leaving my family that is incredibly close, you know, my siblings, my parents are my best friends, it was really hard. It was really, really hard. And it's taken a while to get my footing in Los Angeles and in this industry. It can be very difficult to navigate and to go the right direction. But I've been in LA for almost 5 years.
Okay. And what was that initial spark of like, hey, I'm going to LA? Like, was there a childhood dream or was it a...
Well, I always wanted to be an actor from before I even knew what acting was. I think I just never stopped playing, essentially, and playing characters. But I didn't want to move to Los Angeles. I knew I had to because this is where the industry really is. And now it's spread out. It is in other cities more. There's more work in Chicago, there's more work in Atlanta, but I felt like coming from the theater world in Chicago, if you wanted to get into film and television, you have to kind of go to LA
and network and something. Yeah. Very cool. So we were talking beforehand, travel's a big part of your life, and I'm sure everything you're going to be doing. What has been the most interesting place you've been, and the thing that just sticks out about that place?
Well, definitely South Africa, which is where we filmed Samson.
Awesome.
I have traveled quite a bit, but I've never lived in another country for as long as I did while filming Samson.
How long were you there?
Almost 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah. And most of the crew was South African, but a lot of people from Europe. The actor that plays Samson, Taylor James, he's English, and we kind of came from all over, but it was an absolute dream. I absolutely love South Africa.
And was there one experience that as you look back over your experience there that you just like, that stands out, or?
All of it. Well, I had a great time with our producer, Brittany, who's my age, and she's really fun, and just the food, the whole lifestyle. It's externally a beautiful country, and the people are very beautiful as well. They're very warm, very receiving, very happy. It's a little bit different than the States. You know, we're very fortunate to be American because we don't realize how much we have here.
Right.
But going there, there's a different sort of beauty.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
So outside of acting, modeling, all of that kind of stuff, what other hobbies do you have?
Oh my gosh, eating. I love going out to restaurants. I love restauranting, and any chance I get to travel and to travel with my family is it for me.
And where's your favorite place to travel with your family?
Travel. Oh my gosh. Well, I would love to go to Ireland because we are Irish, but where have I been with them? I've been to Barcelona, London, Paris. I went to Paris with my family, and that was... There are no words for Paris.
Like,
it's
you don't
just
have
spectacular. So I think Paris is my favorite place I've been to with my family.
Awesome. Continuing with the favorites thing, besides Samson, what's been your favorite acting experience?
Oh boy.
And it could be your full life. Like it could be something as a child or something also.
Well, I do like, I like playing characters that are very far removed from myself. Okay. I got into acting, and as a kid you kind of start doing theater, and I like to play characters where I become someone else and so I can kind of hide. I feel uncomfortable being myself on screen, and so doing theater when I was in college, I had the opportunity to play a couple of roles. One in particular was, are you familiar with Eileen Wuornos?
A little bit.
She had a very hard life. She was a criminal, but there's a play called Self-Defense, and then Charlize Theron made the film Monster.
Oh yeah,
it's about Eileen Wuornos, and so I played her in a production in school for like a class project, and that was a joy. And I would love to do more projects like that in film. Delilah was great though because she's very complex,
right?
And so Delilah so far has been my most rewarding character on screen.
I can imagine that. And just hearing your interview with Bobby this morning, it kind of triggered a few things in my head. I was like, oh yeah, I didn't think of that. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the movie when it comes out. And
Good. Thank
yeah,
you.
it'll be fun. I think we'll have a group going, right? And they're like, don't look at us. So you've also had some fun TV roles. You've been on Blackish, Legion. This is my random last question of the day that I like to go out into the netherworlds or whatever. If you could live in any of the universes that you've been in your shows, which one would you choose and why?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Let's think about that. What have I done? Once I film something, I move on to the next project. I don't even remember.
Extend this even further, just for my own edification. If you could live in any universe that's created for film or TV, which one would you pick?
Man. Well, oh my gosh, this is a really hard question.
Did I just make it harder?
This is a really hard question. A lot of the shows that I'm interested in, I wouldn't want to live in.
Oh,
like
there you go.
They're dark shows, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't really want to live in them. But in terms of, maybe wanting to live in a really cool universe, it could be like Guardians of the Galaxy movie or something fun like that.
Beautiful.
There's some darkness in
There's
that
a
movie
little
too,
bit
but that
yeah.
would be fun.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being on The Backstory. Make sure to catch up Caitlin Leahy on Hour of Power and also in Samson.